Hello everyone and welcome to my After Effects tutorial. In this episode I'm going to show you how to create some 3D text in After Effects with the use of expressions. So this is going to be a great video for anyone who wants to learn some new expression terms and just generally wants to learn how to use them in their workflow. And if you are wondering that why the hell would you use expressions for 3D text when you have Element 3D? While that is true, but when you're working with motion graphics, awesome people, 3D text is not the only component in your scene. You're gonna have flares, you're gonna have stock footage, you're gonna have 3D particles, you're gonna have 3D text on that. And when you're trying to render this whole scene, your workflow can get very slowish and very sluggish, which is in turn gonna affect your efficiency and the speed of your whole project. So this technique is gonna be great because everything is created inside of After Effects, so the rendering is very good, and it's gonna be great as an alternative to Element 3D, and on top of that you get to learn different expressions. So this is really good. And with that being said, let's get started. So I'm going to create a new composition, and yeah, awesome people, since everything is created in After Effects, I have taken the time to keep everything adjustable and editable. So if I change my main text, you're going to see that in my final pre-composition everything is going to update. So this is going to be great. And of course, yes, since this is 3D in After Effects, you can even add some really good camera movements. See that? Alright, so let's get started, awesome people. I'm going to create my new composition, text 0, 1, final. And now, awesome people, I'm going to take my text tool, type something. I'm going to say even better, I'm going to say returns, furious or fast, or someone at least returns. And next, awesome people, is to pre-compose your text layer. This is to keep it editable later. So if you want to change it, you can always go and change it again. So I'm gonna rename this to text 01 replace here. Now, awesome people, I'm gonna make this into a 3D layer. So I'm gonna hit the P key, alt click on the stopwatch for adding my expression, and this is what I'm gonna type. I'm gonna extend this a little bit. X equals something, Y equals something, and Z is gonna equal something. I'm from India, so I say Z. Okay, so X equals, very simple, awesome people. X is going to equal the first value, add in the semicolon. Y is going to equal the second value, again semicolon. And Z, instead of this equaling to the third value, we're going to say this equals index. Index, awesome people, is the layer number right here. This number right here is the index. So if I was to complete my expressions by typing X bracket, box bracket, X comma Y comma Z, close bracket, and if I was to let go, you're gonna see that you're gonna get an error because I forgot to type in the semicolon. Now if I let go, you're gonna see, awesome people, that X and Y stay the same. X and Y axis stay the same because 960, 540, that's what I typed in, attach it with Pickwhip. But index changed. Before it was 0, before the expression was 0, and after that it became 1 because it's taking the value from here, right, this right here, the layer number. So now what we'll do is we'll take the advantage of this whole system that we just made, and we will multiply Z, this value, with something. So I'm going to say Z into 20. So what's going to happen is it's going to read Z equals index. So Z equals this number, whatever this number is, into 20, and that's going to be the final output. So if I let go right now, you're going to see that this number just jumped 20. Now if I duplicate this layer, awesome people, you're going to see that the second layer becomes 40 because the index of the second layer is 2. So 2 into 20 is equal to 40. Now if I keep on duplicating this, you're going to have an extrusion effect because the text layers are being pushed behind in the Z space, and you're going to get that extrusion effect. So again, 10 into 20 equals 200, and we then have to manually stack layers behind. This is great because every time, this is being done in a proper system, so you're going to get really good order. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all these layers because even though we're getting the extrusion, it doesn't look really nice. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go to FX and presets, type in brightness and contrast, take that effect, drop it onto the text layer, alt click the brightness, because again everything is expressions. We're going to take the advantage of the index system one more time. So index into -10, brackets -10, And again, what's going to happen is index of the layer, so layer number into -10, and if I let go, you're going to see this is going to become -10. So if I duplicate this, this is going to be -20, and if I keep doing this, the last one is going to become -100, and therefore we're going to get a really nice color shift effect, and that's what is going to create that fat extrusion. Now if you were to play around, awesome people, this technique depends on what font you're using, what color you're using, how many alphabets are there in your word. So for you it may be a little bit different. You may want to check out how much are you multiplying your Z value with. Let me just do this. How much are you multiplying your Z value with, and how much you want to reduce the brightness from. So minus I think works good, but if you want to take this up, go to -15, and that's it. You can see this, you're gonna get a slight error right there. Alright, so I'm gonna delete all my text layers now, and I'm gonna show you this one more time because of the expressions. If you just keep on duplicating this, you're gonna get a nice extrusion effect. Okay, so this looks good, but in order to complete the entire effect, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to FX and presets, type in ramp, R-A-M-P, and take it and drop it onto the first layer, not to all the layers. Please don't do this. This is bad. Select all of them and apply ramp to all of them. Don't do that. It's very bad. Or don't create an adjustment layer. Yeah, even though we are going advanced, you're not going that advanced. So ramp to the first layer, that's it. Okay. Now what I want, at least this is what I like to do. I like to change the second color to black. I like to change the first color to the color that we were working with from the start. So right there, and a little more brightness to it. And then awesome people, I just like to squish. I like the transition to be very, very tight between the two colors. So I'm taking the start of the ramp, bringing it down, and I'm going to take the end of the ramp and bring it really, really close like that. And it's not giving me that effect. There you go. That is something good. Or what you can actually do, awesome people, is you can just go into your replace text, copy this color, Control C, bring here and just paste it ramp. It's gonna save you a lot of time. I think I should have done that from the beginning. And click on this one more time. Where is my start of the ramp? Okay, there you go. There it is. There you go. That looks really good to me. Okay, awesome people. Moving on. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take another effect called Bevel Alpha and apply it to the first layer. Again, not to all the layers, just the first layer. And this is gonna give it a little more of that lighting effect that is really gonna bring the front part of your text out a little. It's gonna give it a nice thick effect. So you can play around with the settings in Bevel Alpha, like change the edge thickness to 2 from go from 2 to 1, go to 2 from 2.5, maybe change the angle a bit, try that, but I kind of leave it on the default because the default works for me. And the good thing about this whole thing, awesome people, is that first of all, everything is editable, everything was automated. And because everything is 3D and After Effects, like 3D text layers, you can add a bit of camera movement, so it's not static the whole time. So hit the P key, and I'm going to take the first value up a bit, say to 1150. Start the animation, go to first second, reset this, N key, play this back. And you're gonna see, awesome people, that even though this is taking a bit of time, but if you were to render your element 3D full output, it's gonna take a lot more time. So this, again, it's not giving me that much of an effect, but when you composite this with some text layers, with some flares, with some nice particle systems, some effects, you can really create some really nice promos and title shots, and it can work for a client who's not paying you that much. For putting your machine through that much processing power, stressing your machine out. So works in that situation, and you get to learn some new expression terms. So my name is TJ Style. Thank you so much for watching my expressions tutorial. I hope you guys learned something today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and Please subscribe, like my Facebook page, the link is gonna be in the description. Guys, if you have any problems with this tutorial, if you guys have any problems with the templates, contact me on Facebook. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. Please subscribe, like this video on YouTube. My name is CJ Style. I will see you all next time. Take care and peace.